Hey, welcome in everyone. How's it going? My name is Ryan Moore. This is the Game or Die Show. And tonight we are going to be playing a little bit of Streamer's Choice, which means you get to reach into my grab bag and find some games. Well, that didn't sound right. Anyways, what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be playing a little bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon. 2 technically is actually an open port that kind of is just able to kind of combine Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and also all the expansion packs. We used to call them expansion packs, not DLC. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play a little bit, and then we'll just kind of call it whenever I want to call it. So let's get started with a little bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon, shall we? Ooh, and there's the noise already. Oh, man. Okay. So I don't know what's going on with that one. We're going to go ahead and get started with challenging parks. So this might be a little bit more difficult. We got Trinity Islands, and it says several islands form the basis for this new park. To have at least 750 guests. Sorry, can't read that. That font is still pretty tiny. Our objective is to have 750 guests in our park at the end of October, year 3, with a park rating of at least 800. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open our gates right off the bat. And even if we can just charge a little tiny bit of admission, like a buck to walk around this beautiful park, you know, I think that's decent. So I got to figure out how we play this game. I haven't played it for about a little over a year since I last loaded this game up. And yeah, so it's a little bit... we got to figure some stuff out, let's say. But let's get a Ferris wheel going, and we can put that, let's see. Now, I can't remember how I rotate it other than clicking that. And I'm thinking we put it, you know, right there. Oh, we cannot construct it there. Why not? We could have constructed there, but not there. Wait, what did it say? Land not owned by the park. Okay. I know that we can figure out where the land is by one of the buttons up here. One of these toggleable buttons, but okay, no worries. Let's just build a little tiny one right there. Just tiny. Just grabbing a few people here. We're going to get our entrance and our exit. And let's get down into the nitty-gritty on that sucker, right? We can just open it up. It's fine. And since the park is going to cost, all the rides are going to be free for now. Right? We do need an entrance queue line and an exit. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a dirt path for our exit, and then we got a queue line. Right there, and right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, and there. There we go. That looks nice. Now, we do probably need to get some research available, maximum funding. Should we do scenery and theming? No. Shops and stalls? Yes. Water rides, thrill rides, roller coasters, gentle rides, and transport rides. All of those, yes. The theming, don't really need right now. Okay, let's get a bathroom going. Like right up in here, right? Open that sucker up. I wish you could set it to always open. You know, just like immediately open everything. That would be nice. And let's just flood the sucker with some pop stands. I believe that's what we call them here in the South, pop stands. I don't know. I've never said that term before in my life, but whatever. All right, so that is going. Now we're getting people in the park, right? And you know, I think now that we have a ride, we should at least charge $5. $5 to ride a ride? Yeah. Get a nice scenery going on here. Let's see what else we can throw in here. You know, let's hit them off the bat with an ice cream stand as well. Okay. And then what do we do? Well, we need to get something more than just a Ferris wheel, right? We need maybe a haunted house. Ooh, on the water. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So what we're going to do is, again, kind of make it a little obtuse and obscure for some of that stuff. So let's go ahead and open that up so I don't forget. Let's get a exit going. We are going to need to have it partially above the water. Okay, fine. I thought I I thought we hit the bricks here. Oh, that's the queue line. Okay. Cannot build a footpath here. Cannot build partially above and partially below the water. Now, we need to rotate, I think, and get a little bit of a better angle there. Okay. So this is what I needed to do. Number one, we're going to build that path there. Then we're going to go back, and we're going to go down if we can after there. There we go. There we go. All right. We're good. We're good. Nope. Now what I'm thinking is we build a path this way. Can I build a footpath here? I feel like we should be able to build queue lines out like this, right? What is going on here? I'm having a hard... There we go. There we go. Ah. I've always loved the noises in the soundtrack of this game. It's always been really comforting to me. Nope. I would like it to not do that, but there we go. And then have it go up and then flatten out. There it is. I mean, not perfect, but I ain't crying over spilled milk. That's fine. Okay, canoes are available. Ooh, perfect, because we are in the water, right? So let's go ahead and build some canoes if we can. I mean, we kind of have to. Let's see. Right there. What's up, Simfan? I'm good. How are you? Can't construct land not owned by the park. Well, what is owned by the park? Come on. Quite busy? Nice. Hey, busy is good. Busy is good. Okay, let's rotate it. Land not owned by the park. Are you kidding? Okay. Can I figure out... what is and is not owned by the park? Where's our land? Purchasable land. It says that stuff. Huh. Beat Red Dead 1? Nice. Excellent, dude. That is awesome. It's a great, great game. One of my probably favorite games of all time. Absolutely love that game. Let's build our custom one. And we'll just do... Unless this isn't owned by... Come on. There we go. Whatever. Perfect. Good enough. Good enough. Oh, dude, I love Park Builders. This is one of my favorite games of all time as well. It's in my top 10. It is in my top 10. They're relaxing. They're very, very relaxing. You can get a lot of stuff done in a pretty short amount of time. You can also just kind of take your time, which is really nice too. Build it however you want. I love the openness of the game. Hold on. Trying to remember how to play this. We haven't played it in over a year, so it's been a while. Yes, Jurassic World Evolution 1, 2, and now 3 coming out. And not gonna lie, I was literally figuring out if I wanted to play Evolution 2 on stream tonight. Almost did, almost didn't. I look different with my without my headset. What's up, Shadow Wizard? I hope I don't look too different. I hope I don't look like a weirdo. I kind of messed this part up. I didn't realize it was like on a beach area. Some of these angles aren't the best, but we'll figure it out. Someone has to, and that someone's gonna be me. Should I don't want to destroy that palm tree, right? I don't want to destroy the palm tree. Let's turn it. And then we'll go up and up. And there we go. Very cool. That is a good life accomplishment, learning how to drive. What's up, Fuzzy? How are you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Hopefully you are doing well. Man, dude, the alerts. I'm having a real hard time with some of those alerts. Give me a second here. There we go. It auto disables. I'm gonna have to fix that. I'll have to fix that. Those alerts should be popping up now, but yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah, it looks familiar. Dude, I took a page out of your book and went, hey, you know what? Maybe I should play a little bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon. And I loaded it up, and I looked at the last time I played this game. There we go. There we go. I looked at my game save, and it said the last time I played this was August 16th, 2024, the day before we moved. So it's been over a year since I played this game last. So I'm trying to kind of get back in the mindset of it. Is this game available on the Switch? No. This is a 1999 PC game. This is playable on the PC. They do have ports. They had an original Xbox port of this game back in the day. I thought that was always odd. I never understood it. It's a decent port. I remember the day it came into the game store, I was like, I didn't even know they made a Roller Coaster Tycoon port of this game, like a port of Roller Coaster Tycoon for the original Xbox. So every once in a while when a game would come in that I would like really want, I would just purchase it myself. So I'd take it in and go, okay, well, the store paid X amount of dollars for this. So I'd pay what we took it in for, and then I would get to keep the copy of it. And I still have it in my collection somewhere. I still have a few physical copies of games. Like not everything got destroyed, but most everything did. Like 99.9% of the stuff. But there was a few cases and things that I kind of pulled before they threw them all away because I was like, it's not damaged. And Planet Coaster is great. Planet Coaster is really good. It's basically built a new version of what this game originally built in the late 90s. Did they make a port for the Switch? I was gonna say they did port it a few different times over the years. I've never paid attention to any of the ports because why would I? They're always going to be inconsequential. They're always going to be worse versions than what we have on the PC, right? The PC is always going to be the ultimate for this game, especially using our RCT2. Yeah, it's always a tongue twister for me. So I never really paid attention to any of the ports, but like I think they had a DS version or 3DS version. They had a lot of different mobile ports over the years, and they've always been really bad because Atari's basically not the same company it used to be, right? It's a bunch of holding companies with the name Atari, and they just dole it out to anyone who wants to buy the license. And their quality control for that is so bad. I'm just like, I'm not going to really pay attention to it at this point. Came out last year. Okay. Yeah, the Xbox port is fairly decent for what it is. It's not the best, but it works pretty well. Okay, so we've got a few rides going on. We got people on boats, right? Boat hire. What else? Ooh, a log flume. Oh, I've always loved log flumes. They've always been like some of my favorite rides of all time. Let's throw... Not owned by the park. Hate that. Okay, there we go. Open that sucker up and let's build us some entrances and exits and such. This is definitely a starting off challenging park because I've always never been good with the hills. Like, they've always kind of frustrated me a little bit. And then open that back up. But it's all a learning experience, right? And I'm doing good with it so far. I think I'm doing decent. You know, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'm okay. I think these people are doing fine. And up again. Oh, it removed the tree. I forgot the tree was there. Okay. Well, this is going to be one of those throw up rides. So let's open up with one of... let's put another bathroom here. Right there. Just right on the other side. Open that up. I wish that they had an option that would just automatically open up everything, like always have it open. Yeah, the low support limits and all that stuff. It's a little bit of a struggle, but not too bad. But man, this is kind of like the game that I needed this evening. Honestly, it's not even that bad. It's just I'm very overwhelmed with everything going on right now in life that I haven't had time. The stream over the last month has just suffered so much because of so much stuff getting on my plate. Like, I just have too much on my plate right now. And trying to take care of everything has just been kind of a little bit of a struggle. And so the streams have been just like really not moving the way and progressing the way that I wanted to. And unfortunately, I just haven't even had the time to go, okay, cool, I'm going to stream this tonight. So even today, like, I spent maybe an hour working on the schedule and all that stuff and the assets. And then, man, oh man, it just like hit me like a ton of bricks. Nope, I got to do this, and this. And I'm like, crap, I don't even have time to finish the thing that I need to do before I move on to the other thing. And that's just so difficult when life just keeps giving you that. And it's been that way for about 7 months now. No, probably about 8 months. 8 months have just been constant, everything all at once. And it's getting rough. Man, it's getting rough. Oh, she went to the Super Nintendo World? Your sister did? That's awesome. I would like to go. But I never want to visit California ever again in my life. So if I ever do go, I would like to make a trip out to Universal Studios again. It's a weird theme park, honestly. That theme park has no identity. anymore. It really is just like the tram tour, and now they've got Universal or the Mario World and all that stuff. But dude, like 15, 20 years ago, like the late 90s, not even late 90s, I'd say mid 2000s, Universal Studios Hollywood had zero identity up until last year when the Nintendo Land happened. And even then, that feels odd. But I would love to go and experience it. That Mario Kart ride looks rad. But Universal Studio, it's always been the tram tour that's kind of the thing that you go there for. And it's awesome. I love the tram tour. I always have, always will. The Simpsons ride was always awesome too. I still think I prefer the Back to the Future ride. So, I mean, I grew up in Southern California. We had Back to the Future, the ride, the Terminator stunt ride, or experience. Waterworld still is going on for whatever reason. The ET ride. The ET ride is actually really, really cool, man. I loved the ET ride. The Harry Potter world out, yeah, too. That's right. I forgot about that. Ooh, a mini suspended coaster. Let's see if we can open that up. See if we can build. That's what it is. I love that they have all these ones, but they're all so crazy expensive. And they're big too. Like they just take up so much space of the park, right? Let's see if we can rotate this. I highly doubt it. Yeah. Like this park is tough because like half of the land in the water where you want to build, just they don't have the land there for it. So I got to figure out something else. Yeah, this is definitely a quote-unquote challenging park. Car rides. Can we build it here? Let's see. Where's my mouse? Let's rotate it. Yeah, constructs too high. Dang it. Yeah, that's cool. I love the ingenuity of dark rides. And from what I've seen of the Mario Kart ride, it looks really cool. Looks really, really cool. Let's see if we can get another soda machine or soda place, just so that we can rake in a little bit more money. $1.20? Yeah, sure. See, one of the things that I've always had a hard time with is I know you're supposed to like really jack up the prices and make a profit and all that. But with this game, I've always felt bad. You know, I never want to have those people, you know, go, oh, I'm so angry. The prices are too high. I'm like, no, let's appease, you know, the people. And that's kind of one of my things that one of the things that I have to work on in improv is I'm always trying to immediately solve the problem that the scenario presents. And that's just my nature as a human being. I'm always very nice. I'm always trying to solve everyone's problems to my detriment most of the time. But in improv, you don't want to do that. You always want to heighten the issue, right? You never want to solve the issue because that's where the scene ends and dies. You always want to elevate it. You always want to take that issue and make it worse. So I always have a problem of trying to solve everything. And so like in video games too, I'm always the nice guy. I'm like, oh, let's bring down the prices so that this poor family can afford to be here, right? It sucks. It's still a business at the end of the day. Exactly. Right? Right? Yeah, but it's a little bit of a bummer that I just have that built in. Like, that's not a bad thing as a character, like a character trait in real life, but in video game form, it ain't good. So we have Scrambler. We have a haunted house. We don't have the car ride, but I just don't think I have Like, I wish we could just build a tiny little one right here. What if we build it right here? Ah. Yeah, this, ooh, we can somehow do that. Let's do that. Okay. So we gotta, that's the entrance and exit, I'm assuming. So let's open it. Let's get some stuff going on here. There we go. Here we go. See, I got this. I can connect. I know how this game works. It's all coming back to me now. Like that one song. But yeah, I've always had that problem in this game where I'm like, you know what? I just don't feel good. I feel dirty when I'm like charging these families to use the bathroom and things like that. It's why, like in games like Fable, I was always bad at the evil thing. The only time I was actually ever good as an evil character was in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. That was the game where I actually went dark side and stuck with dark side. Everything else, though, like Fable was another big one. And I was just like, I don't want to be bad. I like being nice and good. Oh, well. That's just me. Yeah, the scenarios where they are really rough and you kind of just gotta dig your heels in. Yeah. Yeah, so Fable was actually going to be the game of the month this month, and life just kind of happened, and I was like, I can't devote the time to Fable. It's a bummer, but it's coming up. All right, it may be July, probably not, but probably August. We'll go through the Fable series. I think that would be really fun. So I have like the game of the month all set for the rest of the year. Is just like I said, like life has been getting in the way so much. I'm like, I don't have time to devote to this right now. And I know if I say, oh, let's play this, I'm going to just break down and I'm not going to be able to complete it. and I want to get back to getting to a game, completing it, and then moving on to another game. So that's kind of why the streams for this month have been so sporadic and weird. Is just that's the way life has been for me the last couple of months, and I just don't have the time to really focus on it, unfortunately. If this was my full-time job, yes, I would absolutely devote more time to it, but unfortunately it ain't. I would love to be able to do this full-time. But yeah, it just is like at the end of a, 13-hour day, getting back in this chair and sitting here for another 3 to 4 hours. It's rough sometimes. It really wears me down. I do remember that only some of the later scenarios will make you charge for the park entrance only, and they lock you out of like allowing people to pay for things. Yeah, so you need to make money wherever you can. Yeah. I honestly forget a lot about the financial part of this game. What I really enjoy is the building aspect. Being creative with my queue lines, being creative with the placement of everything. And honestly, just seeing people enjoy themselves. I think that's such a unique part of this game is being able to click on someone and look at their thoughts and see if they're happy or sad or whatever. And being able to really have that God sim, feeling and aspect to the game. It's so cool. Have I ever heard of the Dancing Plague of 1519? No, I have not. Please elucidate and illuminate. Tell me where that's from. Okay, so we got a little car ride going, so that's good. It's pouring, or it's going to start raining. We need to take off some of the rides and get shops installed so that we can get our map and what is it? The map and umbrella kiosk. I think that's what we need. So we'll just dump maximum funding into that. I really need to go back and play Theme Park though, man. Theme Park by Bullfrog was, it was so good. I mean, this is also so good, right? Like they're two different styles of the same concept. And I think both of them do great things with the concept. I just remember I was one of the weirdos who had an Atari Jaguar, and that was one of the only games that I had on the Jaguar. It was that, Zool 2. I didn't have Cybermorph. My best friend at the time, he had Cybermorph. I did not. I had Motocross 3D, and there was a couple others. I had a few games for the Jaguar. Huh. I did not know that. That is crazy. You know what? I believe I have heard of that. That sounds vaguely familiar. Okay, there's a little plot of land here. So we gotta make something. Ooh, we got a Ferris wheel. Excellent. Everyone loves a good Ferris wheel. I'm gonna say, my favorite Ferris wheel of all time is at California Adventure, which is basically the theme park right next to Disneyland in Southern California. And it is so rad because the bucket seats actually not just swing. There's ones that just kind of swing and sway back and forth like that, but there's ones that are on rollers. And so as you rotate up, you'll actually slide back and forth throughout the entire ride, and oh man, that was great. I remember, give me a second here. I need to get a bunch of water in here. I've been working on this studio. Excuse me here, let me mute this. I've been working on the studio. We got all the building material for the ceiling. So I've been laying insulation. So my throat is kind of scratchy the last couple of days. So I've been laying insulation, and then we've got drywall that I'm going to put up on the ceiling. Hopefully that will allow the rain, which we've been getting massive thunderstorms again the last several days. But man, it's just been hard work, and I've been going through so much water lately. And we still haven't got our water filtration system, and we're on well water. And the well water out here is great, but it has very low pH, which is not good for your teeth / your digestive system. It can screw up your health pretty bad. So we just drink bottled water right now, and it sucks. I wish we didn't have to, but that's just the way it is for now. But we're gonna try and get a water filtration system out here soon. But man, it's very costly. Very, very costly. Oh, but what I was gonna say is, at California Adventure, they have the California Ferris wheel, and I remember as a kid. I was in junior high. No, I was in high school at the time. And there was this girl that, hold on. I gotta rebuild this. And then, I gotta fix this. Hold on. I gotta think. Oh man, dude, these hills sometimes, dude, they're rough. I really don't like some of this stuff. Here, let's drop that down, and there we go. Okay. But there was this one girl that I remember the first time we went on it, and she was scared, and so she grabbed my leg really, really tightly. And it was one of those like, you know, kid moments where you go, oh, this is actually happening. It's like in the movies. Man, what a great time. Honestly, like as much as I can't stand California now, it was a really good place to grow up with the weird stuff that I could do at the time, right? With so many theme parks and just the way life worked out there. I loved my childhood. I'll say that much. At least the theme park part. They had this thing back in the day where if you lived in Southern California and could prove it by providing like an ID or like a bill or something, you can get an annual pass for 20 bucks. It was the Southern California annual pass, where there was certain blackout days because they knew that people would be coming in from out of town, you know, like making it a destination. So on those really, really busy days, they would black out the day, meaning you couldn't get in. But you owned a season pass, which was a year long, for 20 bucks. And it was incredible. And we used to get those all the time, every year, for it's quite a few years. And then they got wise and stopped doing it, which is a bummer. But I actually like California Adventure. That was a really decent theme park for what it sounds like, which is a California themed theme park in California. That sounds dumb and stupid, right? It's really not that bad. I think they do a good job with it, but over the years, they've really kind of turned it into something very different, and I'm not a fan of it. Okay, there we go. There's our kiosk. Well, we'll put another bathroom one down first. Hold on. What about if we do it right here? There we go. We got to get those kiosks. So when it does rain, I can probably do this. Zoom out first, scroll, and we're dropping it right there, right at the very front. Literally the first thing. You pay your money and you pay some money some more. All right, here's scumbag landlord Ryan coming in saying, no, you gotta pay the rent. Here you go. There's another one. Give me money. Let's make that we know blue is right over here. Or the Ferris wheel. And we'll do the Ferris wheel blue too. Just so that we know, right? Oh, and we gotta do some music. We gotta have some fun music. Oh, can we not choose anything else? Huh. Okay. The merry-go-round has merry-go-round broke down, right? That makes sense. Zoomed out a little too far on that. Okay. Now, what else can we build out? Ooh, a log flume. Yeah, baby. It's brisk, baby. A splash mine, Logger's Revenge. Ooh, Logger's Revenge sounds rad. Can we do it there? Not owned by the park. Of course it's not. Right? What about right here? And builds constructions, of course. I think it will like kind of blueprint out if we can build it somewhere. I don't think we can build it really anywhere. Ugh. What a bummer. I don't want to do handcrafted. I'm just so bad at that. Because I always try to make, and this is funny, I'll tell this story in a second. But I always try to make really big park rides the way that I would love it in real life, which are super unrealistic. And you have to take into account all the G-forces and all that stuff, and they just don't work, right? Well, there was a PC game back in the mid-90s, it's probably 94, called Disney Roller Coaster. And it was a precursor to, theme park and this, where you literally build roller coasters, just like in Roller Coaster Tycoon, and you test them out. That's the entire game. There is no theme park aspect to it. And what you do is you test your roller coaster, and you get feedback on it saying, no, it's too good, it's too scary, too many G-forces and all that. Man, it's a weird game, but dude, it's so much fun. Especially as a kid, I loved it. There was also Coaster Works on Dreamcast, which again was another one where you're just like, what? How does this even work on a console? But it did. It did. Yeah, I don't think I can do any log flumes. Did I see it highlight? Ha 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 ha. Ah, not enough money. We need 3,120. We have 2,780 right now. Man, I need some water. Whew. Okay, we'll put that on the back burner for now. Ooh, a fry shop. I'll take it. Let's go build some more stuff. How about some burgers, though? So I remember this this fry shop. I've always had a hard time because I can never the graphics were always pretty rough, and the resolution was always so low. I never really understood that this was a French fry with arms and legs and googly eyes. It always just looked like a really crappy made statue doing the John Travolta Staying Alive dance. That's all it ever looked to me. But apparently it is a French fry. Hey, look at that. People are really digging the boats. Since they're digging the boats so much, let's play a little music. A little water style music, right? And let's just charge them 50 cents. How about that? Ooh, there we go. Oh, someone threw up. That's not good. That ain't good. Let's get one of our guys. He's walking around, not doing anything. Make yourself useful, handyman. Oh, that might be sand. That might be sand. Okay, my bad. My bad. Yeah, the music, dude. The music's so good in this. It's so good. However, there's a trash can. Or some trash, and that guy did not. Yay, the little duck quack. I love it. I figured out when we're getting all of our animals. So, my wife ordered a bunch of new chickens and several ducks. I don't know how many. I think 4. And then 2 geese. So we've got a whole menagerie coming our way. And I'm very excited because I think my favorite are the ducks. The ducks are just so stinking cute. Lakers were sold for $10 billion? No, that is insane. Sports make a lot of money, though. I don't follow sports at all, but sports make a lot of money. Okay, let's get some thrill rides up in here. Yeah. I mean, everything's more expensive anyways right now, right? Like, everything's costs more, but even for adding inflation and stuff like that. Remember, not more than 15 years ago, Star Wars sold for just $4 billion. Star Wars! Not just more than 4 years ago, Activision and Blizzard sold for $79 billion. With a B. Blizzard/Activision. That's nuts. I'm sorry, I do not believe that company is worth that much at all. I think that was such a bad move for Microsoft. Blizzard, it's Blizzard, Activision, and King, right? And King is really the actual golden child of that. No one remembers that, but King, where they made Candy Crush is their claim to fame. Candy Crush is basically on every Microsoft gaming platform at this point. On every mobile device back in the day, dude, Candy Crush, like, literally was raking in billions of dollars every couple of days, I believe it. I think they were raking in like $70 million every day for like years. Like, that adds up real quick. So yeah, it's kind of nuts there. One second. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and man, dude, there was what was it? I'm trying to think. Yeah, a lot of people's moms play Candy Crush still. It was the one that almost everyone on the planet, if you had a phone, you were playing Candy Crush if you didn't actually play real video games. And that's the thing, a lot of people don't remember that. That was back in 2014. That era of mobile gaming, that's what kicked off real mobile gaming, was that, and that's why video games are so big, so much more big now than they were. Is video games is not a nerd niche, what's the word? Not culture, but hobby or pastime, right? Video games are not just for us nerds anymore. Literally everyone on Earth plays video games. They just don't realize it, because the mobile market, as much as we hate it and we think it sucks, it is the only thing that most people on Earth play on their phones. Most people on Earth play video games. Most people only play mobile video games. And they're the really crappy cash-in garbage titles like Candy Crush and all that. But dude, they sell and they make bank. It sucks, but it's true. Okay. Did not mean to go on a rant there. We got a rant building up inside me. What else can we build that's not... See, this is the thing. I really wish that there was more of these. The gentle rides and the thrill rides. I just need more of them. Hey, we got a Pizza Hut. Or a pizza stall, I'm sorry. Let's throw one up in here. Oh, there we go. All right. So we've got a couple pizza stalls. We got an ice cream shop. We got a couple drink stands. We've got a couple bathrooms, a couple gentle rides, thrill rides, car ride. Now, we were going to make that. Ooh, we need some money, though. We need a lot more money. 61% of people, I guarantee you it's more than that. I guarantee you it's more than 61% at this point. I'm assuming that's fairly outdated information. I would be surprised if it's not more than 70 or less than 70. I would say it's probably around 70, 73%. Okay, I need to... Oh man, I don't have the money for it. I don't have the money, and we need more people. Ooh. Here, let's advertise. Advertise for food and drink. For campaign. Let's do it. Start. And then half price entry to the park. Sure. Let's do that for that. There we go. half price entry to the park, and then we're going to jack up the prices just a little bit. Hey, we've been building a lot more, right? We've been building a lot more. So the price of the park needs to go up more than $5. Come on, Ryan. We're doing 25. How about 25? That sounds fair. Yeah, you know, I'd say that the majority of boys would play video games a lot more. I would definitely still say it's a majority. I don't think it's 50-50, but I think it's probably more closer to 60-40. I would say 60-40 on that. Girls, again, and that's the thing, like I'm talking about, you see these like these statistics, but those statistics are way skewed and not real, not pertaining to real life. You get a lot of people who don't realize that mobile gaming is still gaming, right? Candy Crush and all those games are mobile games, no matter what you think. And a lot of people don't count those. I mean, I personally didn't. I hated mobile gaming for so long, but at some point it became so big. I'm like, no, this is gaming. It's just a different type of game. It's a genre of game, right? Same thing with, you know, Plinko machines and all that stuff. Half of the gambling machines nowadays are gaming, video game machines. Gambling is basically mostly video game related at this point. Like, that's literally Konami. Konami primarily makes gambling machines, but they're a video game company because their gambling machines are video games. It's crazy. What's up, Wolfman? How are you doing tonight? Food at theme park is so expensive. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy expensive now. And yeah, we're filling up these boat rides. Not a whole lot of people on my Twister though. And we don't even have music. That's probably why. Let's do a little bit of jungle drum. No, that doesn't work. Rock style? Yeah, we'll do a little rock style too. How about that? Rock style too. Okay, we're getting some more guests in. We got 400. Let's save. Let's save. Give me 1 second here. I definitely need something to drink, so I'm going to crack open a cold one. Didn't want to do this late at night, but my throat is just scratchy. Well, let's crack one open with a cold, boys, right? That's how that works. Cheers, everyone. There we go. Make roller coasters crash when we get new people. I'm trying to actually finish the scenario. I don't like this scenario, so I want to kind of move on with it. It's really hard because there's not a whole lot of land and areas to build, so we got to be a little bit more careful. My yeah, to say about the people. My wife, man, I remember we were playing, what was it? Man, it wasn't Peter Molyneux. It was the guy who made Braid. I can't believe I can't remember his name right now. I just saw something he posted literally like 4 hours ago. But the guy who made Braid made this game, The Witness, back in, 2016, 2017? And The Witness is this puzzle game. And it's a really, really, really cool puzzle game. I had such a hard time with it, but my wife would be on the phone watching me, and like we would play games together all the time. And so she was on the phone once with her mom and our sister. She's having a conversation. And she's like walking around. She's watching me play as she's walking around and talking. And she just blurts out the answer. All you have to do is that. Why don't you just do that? Like, while her brain is preoccupied with talking about a bunch of other crap with her family. And she just looks at it and solves that puzzle instantly. And it's like, yeah, that's a thing. You know, women are just really good at puzzle solving like that sometimes. It's crazy. My handyman, man, they're doing a poor job. Let's hire one more. And drop him. There we go. I should probably put a few trash cans and such, right? Some trash cans, some places to sit down. Just so people feel like things are happening, right? It's worth it. $5 each, yeah. And that will allow more people to have foot traffic here, right? That'll be nice. I actually really wish I was better at the like landscaping and stuff like that, because I think that would be really fun. I'm just really bad at it. There we go. Q-line TV. A lamp. We'll do a couple lamps just to be nice, right? Make people feel safe in the evening time. There we go. Good enough. Good enough for government work. Okay, cool. Yeah, everything's starting to fill out now. Merry-go-round's full. The Haunted Mansion's full. Our scrambled eggs are twist, not full. Boat hire full. Ferris wheel not full. Car ride, barely anyone's on. It is at the end of the park, so maybe that's the reason why, right? Twist 1 is broken down. I do have a handyman, right? I have 2, okay. Good. Hey, things are looking up. We got 428 guests and $2,000. What else can... Yeah, the dragon swing. Heck yeah, dude. Let's rotate the sucker. Put it... You know what? Let's put it in the back. There we go. There we go. Yeah, dude. Excellent. I love the way that this looks right here. We'll do an entrance and an exit. Right there. Let's turn that sucker on. Let's get some pirate-style music, even though, I mean, I guess pirate works. These trees are in the way, though. I don't know how I feel about that. Nope, can't build that way. Man, dude. Angle here is just, oof, rough. There we go. And then, creator paths. Fix that. Sorry, trees. Palm tree. Hug. It's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Hooray! Are people on it? 2 people in queue. All right, cool. Excellent. Sorry, I'm just making sure that everything's solid. We've been doing pretty good on the streaming side of things with technical issues. The tech issues have been kind of pretty much ironed out over the last couple of weeks, so that's good. Man, dude, it was just exhausting to work on. Everything seems fairly decent at this point. There's still some little things here and there, but honestly, I think it's a few more hardware issues that I can't fix without getting a new computer, and that's just not happening anytime soon. A balloon stall here. We'll add a balloon stall now. I like the balloons because then the little kids lose them and then they cry and then you pop them and all that, right? Okay, this one's going to be purple. Purple balloons. Everyone loves purple balloons. I love purple balloons, and that's really all that matters. And do a balloon stall over here as well. This one will be red, bright red. Yeah. And then we'll do the gauntlet. Ooh, yeah, the gauntlet. And then this one has regular blue. Here we go. Hey, look, some people are already buying balloons. Oh, dude, that Lawn H, happy as a cucumber right now with his blue balloon. We're making things happen now. Oh yeah, love it. Do need some more rides though, man. Not enough. Ooh, we have like no money. Okay, we gotta wait. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. I'm down to talk about pretty much anything. Right now, just busy as all heck and get out right now. But I'm having a fun time with this. This is one of those, gotta come up with a name for it. But it's like I don't like comfort food games. I really don't like that phrase. Because comfort food means you're down and out and you're not having a good time in life. So you need something to kind of disassociate life with, right? You need to get away and really just like get your mind focused. And that's not healthy to do all the time, right? We can have that every once in a while, but there's so many people that only do that. I used to watch a lot of people who would stream and stuff. And they had just this, I don't know what happened, but their brain broke. And they would just do their quote unquote comfort food game. And they would always talk about it. And that's all that they played. And they could never move on. And they were, in the media. And they could just never move on. And they would everything was just the worst thing ever. And that's such a terrible way to live. And so I always tell people, I don't like using the phrase comfort food gaming because you shouldn't do that. Just in real life, you can't eat comfort food gaming for everything, right? It's a every once in a while type of thing. But you got to get back up on that horse. So I always tell people, I don't like the phrase comfort food gaming. Zen gaming kind of is okay, but Zen gaming would be something that you zone out to, right? And you don't really focus on. It gets you in a flow state or something. That's not what this game does for me. It's an enjoyable fallback, but not something that I'm gravitating towards and then my brain turns on autopilot. What's up, Jaylays? The game audio is louder than my voice? Thank you. Yeah, this game gets a little bit crazy every once in a while. Chill gaming, yeah. I'm not a fan of the word chill. I think it's been overused for the last decade or so. But yes, it is one of those relaxing style of games that you can usually get into and have a good time with. Is any okay? Good. As at least one kid. This kid right here, Eliza. Eliza's got a purple balloon, and she's happy as a clam. Hey, another purple. Excellent. People are having a good time in the park. It seems like. I love it. That's what you want to have. Laid back gaming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Relaxing, like it doesn't need to have a term. It's just sometimes easier to talk about when you have a term that you can latch onto and just say it. But yeah, all that stuff, right? Laid back gaming, relaxing gaming, chill gaming, something that you can just hang out with and have a good time. You fall back on it every once in a while, and it kind of gets you, it puts you right. It's almost like a palate cleanser in a way. Palate cleanser is mostly something that's very different, though, like just in food, right? A palate cleanser is something so different that it cleanses your palate. I believe, what is it? Ginger is one of those in sushi. My wife loves sushi. And so whenever we do get sushi and I do partake in it, they always have that palate cleanser so that it kind of wipes your palate out and clean so that you can taste everything better. It's almost exclusively used as a term to mean you can't deal with something, so you fall back on the comfort food as something that you're comfortable with, yes, but it's used as a term to mean you can't deal with something, so you eat that instead of cooking or putting any effort into your nutrition. Comfort food 99.9% of the time has zero nutritional value or very little nutritional value. It's one like mac and cheese is called a comfort food because it brings you back to good memories so that you can disassociate with whatever's going on in your life with that. So that's what the term has always usually meant. It can mean something different to some other people, but in most times when you hear that term comfort food, it means that you're going through a bad experience, you can't deal with the world, and you need to just kind of have something. So like, this is a clearly big thing in TV and movies. A girl gets broken up, and what does she revert to? Ice cream. That's a comfort food, right? Ice cream is a comfort food for breaking up with someone or getting dumped. So that's what it usually means. Not saying that it has to, but most of the time it's exclusive to that. I hope we can get it up to... I hope we can get the flooring up to the place where the flooring needs to be. Let me rephrase that a little bit there. And flat? Flat? No? Okay, I need to back off one. There we go. There it is. And we need to do the same thing. I can't remember if you have to close out or not. No, we want dirt. I hear a cricket in the studio, and it's going to drive me nuts. Some McDonald's or Nutella. Yeah. McDonald's is just fast food, though. Fast food is different than comfort food. Comfort food is usually something that you can make, usually very, very simple, easy to make, very non-nutritional, and something that you can usually like eat out of a carton or something like that. So again, ice cream, mac and cheese, frozen. A lot of frozen foods become comfort foods if they're very easy to make and very low nutritional value. But it's not, there's no exclusive rights to that phrase or anything like that. It can be a bunch of different things. But what the whole reason why I get at that is because when you talk about comfort food gaming wise, which again is why I don't like the term, it's almost always meaning I'm in a bad place in life and I can't deal with the world, so I'm going to revert back to childhood and I'm going to play my childhood favorites because that gives me the nostalgia hit, right? I don't like thinking like that. I don't like playing video games like that. I think there are always times where nostalgia, is a good thing in small doses. Thinking about how much I really enjoyed this game as in high school when it came out, like, dude, I love this game and I think it's fantastic. And I do get that little nostalgia rush of going, oh, that's right. I remember when I stayed up so long, all night playing Darude's Sandstorm album and playing this game. Like, I remember those and I get that nostalgia hit, but I don't rely on that. And I don't come to this game only for those good memories. And that's what I was talking about, getting those people that I used to watch, they would get pigeonholed into that and only that. And they could never dig themselves out from it. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of calling it dopamine, even though, yes, it takes away a lot. And my wife and I have had this discussion a lot. It takes away the actual emotions of what's happening in your body. Because dopamine, yes, is a chemical that is produced by the body, but it makes it very sterile. When you talk about, I need that dopamine rush, you're not talking emotionally at that point. You're talking very sterile and clinically. And that's not, again, that's something that I think people latch onto, and then they just refer to these things, and it makes life so boring. And like I said, sterile is an excellent term for that, because it removes all emotion. It removes all joy and entertainment and fun and all of that stuff, and just goes, yep, I need that chemical thing. And that's not how life is, right? I think a lot of people, again, it's not to get super into it, but I think there's so many people that learn words. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. They learn a new term, and then again they latch onto it, and that's all that they talk about, and they misuse the terminology too much. But yeah, they're constantly looking for that feel good feeling, right? That I can't deal with this, so I gotta revert back to childhood because childhood was so good. And yeah, you can play games like that every once in a while, but when I see someone going, I only play this game from my childhood because that's all that makes me feel good, I go, oh, dude, I mean, that's basically an addict, right? You're an addict for a video game because you can only play that and only feel good from that. It's going to desensitize you. You're going to not get that feeling. That's literally an addict thing. So when I came to this game tonight, I was like, you know what? I want to play this. I haven't played it in over a year. I have a good time with it, but it's not something that I'm going to sit here and go, I need it. I crave it. And this is the only thing that makes me feel in life. Like, no, dude, that's a bad place to be. And I'm not saying just because someone plays this game a bunch or anything is like that, because I know, Fuzzy Pickles, he plays this game all the time, and I know he's not thinking something like that. But I do know a lot of people who do that. And it's not a good place to be, man. But I love video games so much, and it really bums me out when I see people either not understanding or misrepresenting games. And I don't do a very good job of it sometimes, but I try to just hopefully impart some wisdom into people of gaming culture and what games really are and mean. I was trying to think of, there was a topic earlier today that I talked about. Oh man, what was it? It was something to do with games are art and stuff like that. I can't remember. Something's happening. Guests are complaining about something. That font is really, really rough. The trash here is really bad. This park is really clean and tidy. Isn't that the thing of this game? Both people, both groups of people, either the trash in this is really bad. This park is super clean. I hope you're being sarcastic. If not, let's talk about it. Come on. Pop it. You can pop it, right? Are you being serious right now, dude? I don't believe I said anything wrong and or disrespectful. If you want to talk about it, please, seriously, let's talk about it. I'm fine talking about stuff. I would highly suggest accusing someone of being fake Christian. I'm gonna say that right out front. Don't ever do that. That's really bad. All right? You never ever do that. You have no idea what someone's going through. You have no idea what someone's personal walk in the Christian faith is. Don't ever do that. But if you are mad at me about something I said, remember, I'm a streamer. I'm talking to multiple people all at once. My attention is divided into multiple things. I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking as a group. This is a public forum. If you want to take it private, please message me. I'll be more than happy to talk about it. But something that I'll say really quick is if you immediately start insulting someone because they said something you don't agree with and then you leave, that shows the character of you don't want to talk about something. So, yeah, feel free to message me privately if you want. I will have conversations all day long with someone. But if you disagree with something someone said on the internet, that's fine. We can disagree, but you don't insult them and walk away. Especially when it's about someone's faith. Boy, that went differently than I thought tonight was going to go. Coming in here having a good time. And we are. So basically what we're doing right now is we're trying to figure out what our guests are going okay. We got 572 and I think we need 750. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. Best park bathrooms. That's pretty clean. Need 750. And there we go. Man, I had that happen a couple last year too. Nearly the same exact identical thing happened. Someone came in, talked, accused me of being a horrible human being and a fake Christian, and then left and never responded to me ever again. On a very, very basic comment. Okay, this is what happened. Someone came in and they were asking my advice on life. They were feeling really down and out. They were talking about uh, relationship advice. And so I gave them some relationship advice, and you know, they asked, and so I said this very basic, very generalized, like, hey, keep your chin up, buddy, it's all good. And then a few days later they came in saying, hey, uh, I'm playing Pirates of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's what it was. I was playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and they came in saying, I want to talk about NWO. And I was like, okay, let's talk about NWO. I grew up watching wrestling, and the NWO in wrestling is Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash came out and basically like flipped the pro wrestling world on its head by doing like this weird semi-realistic, you know, faction and messing around with like the company WCW. And so I started talking about it, and they're like, they just went off on a tangent about how I'm a terrible Christian and all that stuff. And I was just like, what are you talking about, dude? Man, just the weirdest thing happened. And I was just like, I'm in the middle of playing Assassin's Creed Pirates. Like, come on. Good grief. Yeah. Some people just take things wrong. You know, they misinterpret things. One second here. Okay, we're good. Oh, that reset. Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. Okay. We had 578 guests. We're not making money, though. Oof. We have spent a lot of money. Yeah, some people can't take the heat in certain things. It's a bummer. I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. It really did affect me, though, last year when that happened. I was just like, dude, what? It really, really affected me. You just gotta learn. Some people are just crazy. I'll reach out, try and make things right. See what the crap happened. It happened too before. In my old Discord, someone felt totally slighted, I guess would be probably the correct word for it. And so I reached out, and they actually came back, and they've been a great part of that community since then. So, you know, it never hurts to reach out to someone. Maybe you just don't know what someone's going through. You gotta laugh sometimes, man. You gotta laugh. All right. Okay, so that's definitely not throw up. That's sand for sure. People are losing balloons left and right. It's 570 guests, but we're not making like any money. Oh, shoot. I totally forgot to put that here. Let's rotate this. I can't really see. Here we go. And then I think we flatten it out. Yeah, there we go. And we're on that. So we go up and up one more. Up and up some more. There we go. Yeah, that really killed the chat. What a bummer. Oh well. So what do I need to do here? I want to build something. I'm trying to figure out what. Here we go. What is this? Souvenir stall. So this is the thing, like, this is also an umbrella, right? So they sell umbrellas too. Let's do yellow, just so that I know if the umbrella, because that looks like an umbrella. I don't like that. Oh, dude, who broke my benches? Well, let's fix that. Let's just repair it. There we go. $5. Done. We have a security guard. What is he doing? There we go. Okay. So we're doing good. We're making things happen. Swinging something. Crap, I did not read that. We're making a bunch of stuff, but I feel like, I mean, we got thrill rides and we should get gentle rides too. Let's add those in just in case, because we're getting a lot of like shops and stuff. We got candy, burgers, souvenirs, kiosks. Oh, inverted ship. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, I saw it happen somewhere. There? Oh man, we have like no money. Let's rotate it like that. And as soon as we can... Oh, we only have $138. How are we spending so much? Come on now. How are we spending so much? How much do we need? 428. Okay. Whew. We're not getting enough people in the park. Let's see, 346. We just gotta wait. We just gotta wait. While we're waiting, let's get some music going. That's summer style, yeah. I could take out more of a loan. I kind of don't want to. Man, maybe we should get... For boat hire, pirate ship. No. Advertising campaign. Let's just do advertising campaign. Still can't do it. For 2 weeks? Ugh. Oh, we need 700. It's 350 per week. Oh, man. I don't even know if I... And I can only do 2 weeks. Shoot. Let's see here. What else can we do? Okay. Maybe we can pull the money out down a little bit. Let's make it 22. Let's make it 22 and let's see if we can get a little bit more people coming in. Hopefully that'll help. I think maybe we priced ourselves out of business for a moment. Let's see. Oh no. All the money. Man, dude. Oh, dude, just the entire money flow just like got killed. We were making money, we were putting in things, and then just something happened. I don't know what. The ship is broken. Let's save. How do I hit save? Save game. Okay, so it's just overriding that save. Okay. Let's see if we can pull out of this death spiral of money. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I can do that's not going to cost money, but bring people in. I mean, I could jack up the price of like things like the burger, make it like $2 maybe, right? See if people bite. I don't know. I really want to try and get like make it $1 instead of 80 cents, right? And why is this closed? It's supposed to be open. What's going on? Where's our mechanic? I mean, we can't even really responding to pirate ship. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna put you right here. I think he goes in the opposite, right? Yeah, it's broken down. I know. Answering the phone call. There you go. Okay, so it kind of resets his stuff. Oh, dude, I'm in the red. That's not good. I'm negative. Ugh. This is not going the way that I wanted it to. I'll say that much. That is not the way that I wanted it to go. For various things. Oh boy. Come on, pull out of that death spiral. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my throat is just super scratchy tonight. So what, are we still in year 1? I highly doubt it, right? March, August. Okay, so we're in year 2 now. We're doing good. We almost have 600, so we need 150 more guests. We're getting some more rides. We're just really low on funds. Really low on funds. Our rides are free. Our park is pretty low at $200 or $22. I don't know what to do, man. I feel like we're doing pretty good on pretty much everything. Our information kiosk. Let's do park maps for $80 or 80 cents. An umbrella price, $2.80. Just a couple, you know, like 20, 30 cents for each thing up in price, I think is fair, right? $1.50 for a drink. It seems like a steal nowadays. There we go. Should be good. It should be good. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, dude, it said it right down there. It says August year 2. I was like, where the heck is this information? I thought so. I thought it was like real easy to figure out, and I just couldn't remember. It's been such a long time since I played this. Threw me off my groove, man. Pop that balloon. Pop. Pop, pop. Let's do that. I did notice that the audio was definitely a little bit louder than I wanted it to be. I completely forgot this game's audio was really loud for whatever reason. Let me actually drink down to 55. There we go. If the audio is too loud, let me know. Okay, there's the security guard. Let's see if he's doing his job. Do we have any more broken benches? Like, who broke my bench, man? Who's gonna be that not nice and break my bench? Yeah, I'm Hey, we got over 600 people. We have 601 guests, so that's good. Excuse me, man. My throat. I have a hard time tonight, man. It's just so scratchy. Okay. What next? Yeah, I can't really do anything because the money is just not coming in. And these people are just taking too long on these boats, man. Traveling 2 miles per hour. We'll give it like just a couple more minutes here. We'll see if we can fix this in a couple more minutes. Oh, come on. So who's got the blue umbrellas? Is there any yellow? Oh, I think I saw a yellow. Yeah, we did see yellow. Okay, cool. So that is a yellow umbrella stand. Okay, we got a couple. All right. People are just losing their balloons here. You know, we can't. Oh, man, we're just losing money, dude. I can't even build anything. We're now $200, almost $300 in debt. Ooh. I don't know what to do. In September of year 2. This is a tricky park. Not gonna lie, this is a challenging park. This is what happens to me sometimes in this game too, where I just kind of get locked into a scenario and I'm like, shoot, I have no idea what to do. Charge 20 bucks for umbrellas. They'll pay it. You know, they'll pay anything. Okay, try. I'll be not a nice guy and charge 20 bucks. Can I type this? No, I can't. Aw. Ooh. We'll see. We'll see how... I mean, the thunderstorms ended at this point. So people aren't buying my $20 umbrellas, but... Oh, I can sync that across everything, right? Same price throughout. There we go. Okay, cool. And we'll do $1.50 for a map. There we go. All right, let's see if that helps. They'll complain until it rains, and then when they need it, they're gonna get it. There we go. That's right. What's up, Face Chase Base? How are you doing tonight, buddy? Welcome in. I mean, that's what you do. You just got to do it sometimes, right? We were talking about it earlier. It's just business. It ain't personal. It's just business. I wish that could be like the motto of my park. Just, it's not personal. It's just business. So give me all the money. Oh, man. I wish you could. Like, that is kind of one of the cool things about stuff like, what was the game we were talking about earlier? Planet Coaster or whatever. I loved that game just went so hardcore into the customization of the game that you can pretty much do anything. There's a couple of them, and I think that as much as I do like that you can customize so much, it gets overwhelming. And I think that's what a lot of games do too much nowadays, is they develop for such a specific niche of gamer and person that you lose a lot of the generalizations of why these games are good. Like, I think Parkitect was one. You know, we haven't had these games in years, and then like 5 of them all came out at once, and all of them just went so hardcore into the micromanaging, which is something I've never really liked. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Dude, what is going on with my alerts, dude? Hold on, give me 1 second. Dude, my alerts keep going off. I'm gonna have to rebuild that. Sorry, there should have been a follow, like a full-on alert and everything, and they just keep getting disabled for whatever reason. Sorry. But if someone else follows and you watch it, you'll see it. Or maybe not. I don't know. I got to fix that. But what I was saying was that there's so many of those games that go, well, I've played Roller Coaster Tycoon for thousands of hours, so I know every single detail and everything. So they end up building that game, taking the minute little things and then expanding on that. And it's like, when you build a game, especially as a first timer, or you're building like nostalgia based gaming, you cannot just build the thing that you like again, and you can't build it so deep that people can't come to it without spending thousands of hours in the original game, right? And that's, I think, one of the biggest flaws that I see from a lot of studios that do these nostalgia games. Like Parkitect. I remember Parkitect, the tutorial was like, oh yeah, you got to build an underground thing for the people to walk in, the employees to walk in so that they don't get seen, you know, if they're in a costume or whatever. And then you have to build out fountains and waterways and all this stuff. And I'm like, this is so unnecessary for the beginning of your game. Like, this is like 40 plus hours in, then you drop these mechanics. Not literally within the first 10 minutes of the game. And it got so overwhelming. You unfollow if you don't receive a follow alert. Yeah, there you go. If they don't have their alerts turned on, unfollow. Well, I appreciate the follow, dude. Thank you so much. My name is Ryan. If you have any questions about games, I used to own a game store. I love video games. I've been playing them since 1988. I'm always honest with you. And if you have any questions about anything pertaining to old classic retro games, modern games, or even VR, because I do a lot of VR too, just as a heads up and a warning, because I know some people aren't into VR. I love it. I've been doing VR since 2014. I used to develop VR a little bit. I was the first person in the world to propose using modern VR. And yeah, I love video games, dude. I'll talk about video games all night long. So I grew up, you know, in high school playing this game when it came out. I haven't played it for years and years and years. Last year I started playing it again. And then I haven't loaded this game back up since August of last year. So this is my first time replaying this game since August of last year. So I'm just kind of having fun. But I am in the red. I am not making any money right now, and it is a bummer. Maybe we need to raise the price of the park a little bit. Maybe. We're at 22 bucks, so we've got a good chunk of stuff here. Let's do 35. Let's see if that works. People are buying balloons left and right, though. Red and blue balloons, man. Maybe we can up the balloon price to like 150. Let's see if they do 150. Nope, they're getting pizza. I'm not seeing any balloon sales. Hold on. Let's take a look at this. Total customers, 516. We'll come back in a minute. We got some soda. We got a decent little park going on here. My purple balloons are selling. Huh. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do to kind of bump myself up into making some money. Because ooh, I mean, I could just do that. Oh, now I don't have enough money to pay the loan. Okay. We are spending a lot of money in research, right? Let's do minimum funding, $100 per month right now. Just $100 per month, just to kind of fix the outflow of money problems. Yeah, I can't even build anything right now, dude. We were gonna build, what was it? Let's see if we can make a little bit of money here. 440. Here we go. Let's open that sucker up and then get a little thing going. Up. Don't have enough money. Ooh. This just like, we were going really, really good for a while, and then it just went all downhill, man. Just all downhill. We need to make a couple $100. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You can do it. Come on, make money, make money, make money. We're getting some pretty good guests, though. We got 620 guests, so I don't know, man. Oh, that broke. Shoot. This is Open RCT2. I normally like playing vanilla as much as possible with games, but with the original Roller Coaster Tycoon and 2 and all the expansion packs and all that stuff, it's just so much easier to do open and, you know, be able to kind of have all the modernized stuff with it. So yeah, this is open, not the standard, but that's okay. But 99% of the time when I play a game, I usually try to play it vanilla as much as possible, like original. I'll do some mods. Mods are only if I know the game very well and, you know, want some new experience that's not just the same old, or if it's going to enhance the game for a first-time playthrough, like modernize a lot of stuff, like controller support, higher resolutions, greater textures. But I'm not going to go deep into modding to like tweak like certain amounts of like hit damage percentages, like really nuanced stuff. I'm not really into that type of thing. I just don't need it. Don't need it in my life. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. We can build a little bit, and then we got to build our exit. We'll just go up. And that is dirt. Up and up, and there we go. Awesome. Look at that. We now have a new ride. And we made a little bit of money because I think everyone's starting to buy umbrellas again. Let's make sure. Let's see. See what we got here. 264 or 84, I can't tell. 64 umbrellas. 249 umbrellas sold. Ooh, I love it. Okay. Yeah, we're in March of year 3 now. Oof. We need more people though. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna run an advertisement if we can, wherever that is. I can't remember. Where's the advertisements? That funding. There we go. Advertising for a particular ride, our brand new ride, right? Swinging Inverted Ship 1 for 4 weeks, $800. No, we can't afford that. Ooh. We need $400. We have 150. Oh man, this is just all falling apart. That's okay. It's how it rolls sometimes, right? $400, 171, 172, 175. Okay. It's not raining again though. It stopped raining. We stopped making money. We just gotta wait. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't even know about Open RCT2 until last year, when I was like, man, I really, really want to play some Roller Coaster Tycoon. So I loaded up the games on Steam, and I was gonna play it. Excuse me. And I was trying to do something, maybe, you know, like see if I could get higher resolution or something. And so I did a little bit of digging, and then I saw RCT or Open RCT2, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I downloaded it and I went, oh, this is way better. This is nice. Again, I'm not really a big fan of fan mods or modding a lot of games unless it's going to really enhance it. And this absolutely enhances it. So it's definitely worth it. And we just do not have the money. We got 629 guests. My brain is starting to break. It's starting to go. I'm almost wondering if I should build another boat hire, because people love this ride. Holy good grief. I think this is like an area where the boats can't go. Like it's not owned by the park or whatever. Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how fans latch onto a game and really just make it their own at some point. Like Chris Sawyer is basically just like doesn't want to do game design and stuff like that anymore, which, hey, fine. He made his game. He made one of the best games of all time ever and kind of just got out, right? And at this point, the game is so well loved and there's so many people that want something like that. And, you know, before Parkitect and Planet Coaster and all that, we didn't have anything like this, because when you saw like Atari taking it into a different direction with 3D and then Sim Park going 3D, And that was pretty much it. Like, that's all we had. We had Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 and Sim Park, or Sim Theme Park, and both of those were not really something like this. It was very much more like geared towards children. It had a really weird, early CGI, computer generated imagery to it. I just always thought it was lame. So having people in, later generations kind of go, well, it's a game that I grew up with and I really liked it. And now I have the tools to make my own, or to make, to crack this thing open and really dig deep and change it up and make it modernized. Like, that's incredible. Why don't it kind of sucks that we don't get that more often with a community of games, or we don't get it authorized, right? We should be able to, if the game's abandonware, we should be able to crack it open and then modify it to our heart's content at some point. Yeah, I wanted to get into Planet Coaster. I was getting really into VR at the time Planet Coaster came out too. And so all I could see was potential. Oh my gosh, why can't I play this in VR? Why can't I walk around this theme park that I just spent, 20 hours creating in VR? Why can't I ride this roller coaster in VR? It's so simple. But the development team, and I talked to them too, this was way back in the day. This is like 2016, 2017, when VR was still like really, really brand new. And they're like, we have zero desire to invest in VR. We don't want it. We don't care about it. And it costs too much to implement, which not really true, but it costs time, which is money, right? So yeah, there is some truth to that, but I was so bummed because I just saw the idea of, oh my gosh, this could be so awesome. And they just did nothing with it. And again, like I was saying earlier, Parkitect, Theme, Planet Coaster, they get so granular in their systems, in their mechanics, that it's really built for the people who spend thousands and thousands and thousands of hours in this game and know it intricately. When you come to it for the first time after 20 plus years, you don't have that. And so you don't want that right out of the gate. And I was telling a little bit of a story of Parkitect did this thing in the tutorial where it's like having, underground passageways and flowing water pipes. And it's like, that's not necessary for the basic tutorial of your game. And I just bounced out and I never picked it back up again. It's such a bummer. What's up, Yoshirite? How are you doing tonight, buddy? Welcome in. Campaign is garbage. It's a game that really caters to the in-depth. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's kind of what I wish I was like. I wish I really liked the in-depth creative part of these games much more than I actually do. I'm a casual enjoyer of these games because I don't have the time to spend 40 hours a week diving into the super ultra minute granular mechanics of these games. I just want something fun to play. And I'm glad that those things exist, but they shouldn't exist on the surface level. Like, you're making a technical game at that point. It's made for like engineers and programmers, and most people aren't that. I deal with that on a daily basis for work, where so many programmers and engineers build the things for them and their brains are just wired differently. So when you deal with an engineer or a programmer, they cannot fathom that you think differently, and they're thinking on such a different wavelength that you get that miscommunication, right? And so that's kind of where it just comes into, like, you made a video game and you're trying to sell it to a very broad demographic, but your video game is made for about 4 people. You just can't do that. You can't sustain a product like that when it's made for 4 people and you're trying to market it to thousands, right? And unfortunately, that's just the entire indie scene right now. The indie gaming scene is most developers are developing a game for a very, very, very small subset of people. And it's just kind of are we obliterating people? No, we're not obliterating anyone. I'm trying to actually finish this campaign or this scenario. But yeah, it's a bummer. Like, that's just kind of the way the industry has been going lately. Man, I see it and I go, man, it's kind of a bummer because I really do like enjoying these as not super surface level. Like, I want to get into it. And that's the thing is it's like jumping into the deep end of a pool. Yeah, you can do that after you learn how to swim. But if you don't know how to swim, you can't jump into a deep end of a pool. You have to wade around in the shallow area, learn how to swim, and then as you progress, then jump into the deep end. But like with Parkitect, dude, that game just it might have gotten better over the years. I don't know. I probably will never go back to that game. But it was so an affront to the regular gamer of, this is super ultra in depth, good luck, and it does not hold your hand at all. And I'm like, you can't do that with these types of games, not right off the bat. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry we're not obliterating anyone or drowning anyone. I really want to finish the scenario so that we can move on, but I don't think I'm going to. We're in year 3. By October, we're in April of year 3. By October of year 3, we need 750 guests, and we only have 638. And I'm mostly in the red. I've got $95, and I haven't really done anything in about a year. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of hours. 5,716. Yeah. So I am not a singular gamer type of streamer. I've never been like that. Once I finish a game, I move on. Tonight we're doing just like a kind of, I wanted to do something light and breezy. It definitely did not get light and breezy for a little bit this evening, but the stream itself, like for the game that I wanted to pick, I wanted something just kind of nice and easy and relaxing. This is one of my go-to games for that. We were kind of talking about that earlier. This is a game that I really like coming into and having a good time with, and then being able to kind of come back to it every once in a while. I personally kind of call it just more of a relaxing, enjoyable game. Some people call it like comfort food gaming or whatever. I don't think that's the correct term for that, but that's a whole other issue. I personally like playing a game, finishing it, and then moving on. I've never really stuck with games for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. The only game that I've ever had hundreds of hours in was Witcher 3, and that's because I 100%ed that game. Back in 2015 and 2016 when the DLC came out, I had such a good time with Witcher 3 that I literally did every single question mark on the map. And those are just like walking, finding a little thing like a bag of money and picking it up, and you check off that question mark. So like going through all those things, and then they had Gwent. I wasn't a big Gwent player, and that never really was my thing. But I only had like 100, it's funny, it only took 130 hours to 100% from start to finish with everything other than getting every Gwent card, because I hated Gwent. But 130 hours to complete Witcher 3. And then I never loaded it up again other than the DLC. Once I hit the DLC, finished it, never loaded it up again. That's just the type of person I am. I can't focus on one game forever because there's so many games. So I'm a variety streamer. I've kind of play a little bit of everything. I found a mini boss in the a mini boss area close to the pyramid house in Minecraft, right off the coast. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll get back to Multiplayer Madness Minecraft sometime probably next weekend. I think Friday nights and Saturday nights might be Multiplayer Madness. We're still trying to figure out the scheduling on that. But yeah, that's interesting. That's really cool. I don't know if you'll ever go back to Planet Coaster, but always go back to Roller Coaster Tycoon. Yeah. Comfort game. Yep. I mean, it really is. It's one of those games you can just kind of fall back on, right? The nostalgia, that really good feeling of like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of childhood or high school or whatever it was whenever you played this game. For me, it was high school. But having that feeling, man, it's so good to come back to these. It's just something that I was saying earlier is I don't rely on that. I think a lot of people rely on that feeling of I have to play this because life sucks or, I'm feeling down and out. And I see so many people revert back to and only get into one game when I try and tell people there's so many more games out there. There's more games than you can ever play in your entire life. If you sat down and played every game, start to finish, just credits, for the rest of your life, never ate, never slept, never had any bathroom breaks, you'd still never be able to complete every game. Most of those, especially modern day, are not that great, so it's not worth it. Give me 1 second. But all the backlog, all the other games, there's so many games that you can play. That's what I try and tell people, and that's what I was trying to get at earlier today or earlier this evening, is that there is so many games that are available to people, and then they end up just playing one game. And I see that and I go, you could be enjoying so many more. And they're like, no. And I go, okay, fine. I'm not sitting here saying you have to, but variety is the spice of life, man. Like, even with food, we were kind of talking about that earlier too. Like, there's just so many more things you can be experienced. There's nothing wrong with liking something and sticking with it, but the enjoyment of trying new things. And even again with other games like in this genre, the tycoon genre or theme park genre, there's some games where I just go, man, I really wish I could get into it, like Planet Coaster, like Parkitect, and for whatever reason it just doesn't hook me. We were talking about what was it, the Jurassic World theme park game. Those games are awesome. I love those, especially the second one. And I was honestly debating back and forth earlier tonight of, do I want to play the Jurassic World game or do I want to play this game? And I ended up playing this game because I was just like, it's so much easier to get into, because with that game, you have to go through all the tutorials and all that other stuff. I already got game saves of this, so it's just a little bit easier to get into. We're still in the red, man. I don't think we're going to make it. I'm kind of bummed. But we're going to stick it out to the end, right? We'll stick it out to the end, see if we can get it happening. Quack, 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 quack. I'm so excited for our ducks. I love ducks. We've got, I think we're getting 4 ducks. I'm not really sure. But we're getting like 10 to 15 chickens, 2 geese, and then several ducks. I think 2 to 4. I think we're getting 4. I'm very happy. But yeah, there's something about this game that just keeps pulling me back every once in a while. Because it's so good, right? It's just so good. Even clicking on the little balloons and popping them. There's so many little things to this game, too. Okay, so people are still coming to the pirate ship. What else? Oh, Ferris wheel's broken down. That's closed, too. Ooh. Ooch. You should be getting a call. Yeah, okay, good. 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 There we go. Hey, what's up, Shakti? How are you doing tonight, buddy? Or today, where you are in the world. I'm sure it's daytime, right? How you doing, man? Welcome in. Hope all is right on your end of the world and what's going on with you. We are playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think one. I think this is a Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 scenario. It's one of the challenging parks. It's a little hard. It's a little difficult. And I don't think we're going to make it, but that's okay. I'm trying to remember what is the other objective here. It's past noon. Okay, yeah. It is... Crap, it is 2 o'clock in the morning where I am. And I got lots of I got a big day tomorrow. Oof. Now, our park rating is pretty good, 835. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna crank up our money so that we can 20 grand. Run a few advertising campaigns. New inverted ship. We're gonna do a campaign for the park. $4,000 for that advertising. A little bit of free food for, let's do pizzas. Did I fix the setup? The setup's okay. So in the studio, I finally got the ceiling materials, all the insulation, the wood, and the drywall. And so over the course of this weekend, slowly, I've been kind of starting to get the insulation up in the ceiling. And then, that's why my throat is so scratchy. Hold on. So I've been going through and getting the insulation up on some of the stuff. Unfortunately, the materials that got shipped, some of them were the wrong size for the bats in the ceiling. Studs are usually 16 on center, so they gave me the 16-inch bats for wall insulation, and I need ceiling insulation. Ceiling ones are 24 inches. So, unfortunately, I had to have that stuff shipped, and it was all pouring rain. We've had really crazy thunderstorms. Some of the craziest I've ever experienced in my life. I feel like I say that every time, but it's true. It just gets crazier and crazier and crazier out here. But I had to load up that material that was wrong and then go take it back to the store, even though I had it and I paid for shipping. So I had to go exchange that, come back and bring it back during the storm. And then just like over the course of the weekend, it's either been crazy, crazy hot or storming. And so I'm getting there, but it's going to take a little bit of time. So studio is partly, getting worked on, but again, it's going to be a little bit slow because I'm not going to be able to work on it until Thursday because I got all week of classes. And then on Thursday, I should be able to tear down some of the lights, put some more insulation up, put them back up for next weekend or next week. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but we're working on it. Okay, our park attendance is going up. We got almost 700. Those advertising campaigns, dude, they do definitely help. Free entry to the park, free rides. Sure, free rides. Free rides for boat hire. Boat hire's crazy good, so we're gonna do that. Free entry for a couple weeks. 4 weeks, there you go. And then half price entry for 12 weeks. There we go. 709, yes. Oh, dude. June, we're in June, and we have 711 guests. We might be able to pull this off. Let's see, what is the other thing that I need? Dude, if we can pull this off, I'm stoked. 750 guests, and we're at 717. At the end of October of year 3, we're in June of year 3. Park rating of at least, was that 600? Our rating is at 57. Okay. If we can get 40 more people, 30 more people in this park by the end of October, we'll finish this. And I will be very, very happy. Good. Oh, man. I'm excited. Oh yeah, I know how you feel, buddy. Birthday party last night. At least hopefully you had fun, right? But I'm assuming you had fun if you got home at 4 a.m. Ooh. That is one of the worst parts about getting home late / sleeping, going to bed so late, is having to wake up early, right? Whether that's of your own volition or not. Hold on. Have at least, okay, we hit it. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, dude, I didn't realize. I haven't played this game since August of last year, but dude, we hit that. As soon as you hit the requirements, it kicks you and goes, nope, you completed the scenario. Let's enter my name into the scenario chart. There we go. Awesome. Let's save that. Oh man, I'm so excited. My heart was beating there for a little bit. I was like, dude, we're not making any money. No guests are coming in. It's slow and slow. But dude, look at that. And then all the balloons. I love this game. And then we can pop them. I'm not hitting all of them. Some of them don't want to be popped. That blue one. There we go. Haha. I love it. Dude, this game is so fun. It's so fun. Yeah, it's popping time. Let's see if we can. Oh, whoa, I missed all of these. Let's crack these open. See if anything falls out. I'm pretty sure nothing does, right? I think I'm just making that up. So unfortunately, if you're going, dude, you suck at this. Hold on. If you're going, Ryan, you really suck at popping balloons. What's going on? Why can't you get that mouse cursor over the balloons properly? I use a trackball mouse for pretty much everything computer related. I don't really do a lot of keyboard and mouse gaming. When I do play, I primarily play PC games, but most of them can be used with a controller. So I have a trackball that I am currently trying to get those balloons. So if you're going, man, you suck at that, it's because I'm not using a proper mouse for that. Trackballs are more for editing and generalized other stuff for PC, not games. Very, very little games. I usually play PC games, but I play with a controller, right? Oh, man. But yeah, I was going to say, getting up early, it sucks. It's the worst. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to. So I almost hit the wrong button. Hey, we got some new viewers tonight. So they don't know about the mouse ball. They don't know about the trackball mouse. All right, well, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much. Thanks for the new people. We got a few new faces, new followers, new subscribers on both the Twitch and YouTube side. Thank you very much. This was a pretty mostly for the fun part of the stream. I had a little bit of a hiccup there in the middle, unfortunately. I'm going to try and reach out and see if he'll respond. Yeah, I'm glad you found the stream too, buddy. Thank you so much. If you ever have any, I stream every night. My name is Ryan. I stream every night at 11 p.m. Central Time. It is currently 2 a.m. and I got to be back in this studio for work at in 6 hours. So I got to call it here for tonight, but I try and go for a few hours every night. I'm a variety streamer. Like I said, I do multiple different things. July is right around the corner, so I'm working on the schedule so that we're gonna have a game of the month again. And if you want to, you can join the. I always get that wrong. For work, I always have to reference over here. For video games streams, I always reference over here. You can join the Discord. There's a lot of fun stuff. We're bringing back the question of the week. The question of the week currently is, what is your favorite fighting game? I have written both an article on the Game or Die website. It's just gameordie.net. It's right down there. But also in the Discord, I wrote that and reference it. My favorite fighting game of all time, Soul Calibur 2. Just save you a little bit of reading. But I do go into why Soul Calibur 2 is my favorite game or fighting game of all time. Yeah, join the Discord. Thank you guys so much. I hope everyone has an awesome night. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for more fun and video games. Until then, bye-bye. See you guys.